May the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be ever mindful of thee, O Lord, my strength and my salvation. Amen. Please be seated. I want to read to you the last little bit from our reading from the letter to the Hebrews. Therefore, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us also lay aside every weight and sin which clings so closely, and let us run with perseverance the race that is set before us. Run the race that is set before us. Hold fast, persevere. Do not take your eyes off the goal, which is life in Jesus Christ. This is a powerful. Friends, what am I trying to say? There's so much that is packed into this that, let me start by saying, I don't understand why evil exists. I don't understand why bad things happen to good people. I don't know what to say. I know what to do. But people come to me all the time with crises in their lives. I have crises in my lives. Death and illness and sadness. And I want to say to them, there's part of me that wants to just pop out a trite little truism, just a nice little phrase that makes it all go away. But I don't know the answer to brokenness. I only know what to do. And sometimes I get discouraged because I read in the Bible, like in our letter to the Hebrews earlier in this passage today, it talks about faith. Chapter 11 of Hebrews talks about faith. By faith, Moses did this, and Abraham did that, and all the heroes of the Old Testament, by their faith in God, accomplished great things. What about me? I'm not doing great things. I'm no hero. Is my faith of nothing? Do I have not enough faith? Maybe if I only did a little bit more, if I screwed up a little bit tighter, if I worked harder, good things would be happening. Because this is America. I'm young, I'm white, my American Express card works, therefore the world should be mine. Well, what about life? Falling short, being broken. Well, the letter of the Hebrews recounts the heroes of faith, and it also recounts other people. Let me read to you what it says. It talks about people, heroes, Gideon, Barak, Samson, Jephthah, David, Samuel, and the prophets, who through faith conquered kingdoms, enforced justice, received the promises, stopped the mouths of lions, on and on and on. One, escaped the edge of the sword, won strength out of weakness, became mighty in war. These guys got it made. Their faith made them powerful and mighty and strong, and the world saw that they were powerful, mighty, and strong because God's power was in them. What about me? What about us? But then it goes on to say, others suffered mocking and scourging, and even chains and imprisonment. They were stoned, they were sawn in two, they were killed with the sword. Wait, it just said, 2 inches up in my Bible, they escaped the edge of the sword. But others are killed by the sword. Yet they have faith too. They were killed with the sword. They went about in the skins of sheep and goats, destitute, afflicted, and ill-treated, of whom the world was not worthy, wandering over deserts and mountains and the dens and the caves of the earth. Faith, the writer to the letters of the Hebrews tells us, is not about accomplishments. It's holding fast to the prize, to the goal, which is Jesus Christ. Some people by faith will conquer mountains. Some people by faith will change the world. Other people will be martyred. Other people will be mocked and spat at. Other people will have broken marriages, broken families, broken lives. And the test is not whether or not your marriage is successful or your children are great or if you got money in the bank. The test is, are you persevering in the race? Are you keeping your focus on Jesus Christ? In our gospel reading today, Jesus says, I am coming soon, and I am coming with fire. And this fire will separate the world. And what separation, what fire are we talking about? We're talking about the fire of the Holy Spirit. That when that Spirit is within you, when you are alive in the power of God, you break with the world, you break with its wickedness, you break with the evil of this world, even in your family, even in your friends. Does it say, my fire is coming and it's going to make you all rich? It's going to bring hardship to this world. Because the world has turned away from God. Friends, we need to hear this stuff and keep it clear in our lives. I don't know how I signed up for it. I can't get rid of it, but I get one of these little message services that on this day in history, something or other happened. I find it completely irritating, and I don't know how to unsubscribe, but I still nonetheless read it. And evidently on this day in history, a hurricane came ashore in Biloxi, Mississippi, and killed all these people. And I was thinking about that. I said, oh, I remember that. That was on one of those TV shows where these people, the storm people said, the storms are coming. And so all these people got into had a big hurricane party in a big cinder block building right on the water in Biloxi, Mississippi. And they were having a grand old time. And the hurricane came in and it knocked down the building and almost all of them died. They were partying as the world was about to end because they couldn't read the signs. They didn't know what was coming. They thought, what I've always done, what will always work, is always going to work. They ignored the truth that God is coming. The storm is coming. Friends, the storm is coming. Some of you are living through it right now. The storm in your life, the brokenness, the heartache, the pain. It's real today. We don't have to wait for some future day. That storm is burst upon us now. And some of us will be heroes. And others of us will drown, or be sacrificed, or be broken. Does it matter in God's providence or plan? Has He destined us all to be heroes? You know, He's destined us for love and relationship and fellowship with Him. For some of us, our lot in life is going to be pain and suffering. Being a Christian does not fill in the potholes in front of you through life. Being a Christian does not ensure that you're rich and thin and happy. Being a Christian means you're in a relationship with Jesus Christ, and no matter what happens, God is with you. And no matter how bad it gets, you're never going to be left alone. You're never going to be abandoned. God will always be there for you. But you need to persevere. Some of you apologize for talking about personal life, but you realize, for me, this has been a pretty miserable year. Not at the church, it's been a great year. But my mother died, and my father had to go in institution. And my daughter was in the hospital for several months. And I can remember when, about a year ago, when she's on the phone with Susan and myself, and she was crying and crying and crying, and she was in the middle of a breakdown, and she was actually diagnosed with anorexia. And she was saying, why is my life this way? Why am I different? Why does God hate me? What have I done to be so unhappy? I hope you never get a phone call like that. And I wanted to say to my daughter, well, it's because of this gene, or this thing, or this, that. I have no clue. And the answer is, I don't know why you're suffering. Just hold on. Persevere. Know that God loves you, that I love you. Your mama loves you. But you've got to hold fast, even though the storms are raging all around. Oh, but I'm going to lose my career. I'm not going to be able to go back to that. This was our golden child. This was the child, that we're proud of all our children, but this is the one who won the scholarship and was first in her class, and everything she touched was wonderful. And she had gone to nursing school and graduated at the top of her class, and in the nursing world, the most prestigious, the most exciting, the most well-paid path was the one she was said, oh, you should do this because you're our golden student. So she did it. And 3 months in, she had her breakdown, and she got her evaluation, which basically said, I think you should be picking up trash. You can't work here anymore. And her life was for her over. But I said, Bonnie, hold on. She got treatment. She was hospitalized. And she moved to California. I guess all crazy people wind up in California. But she started over again, and she picked a new field in her profession. And she just got her 90-day evaluation, and it was excellent, 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 excellent. And she said some of the comments were she works with girls aged 12 to 21 who have anorexia as a nurse. And her supervisor says, you are so wonderful because you have such a degree of empathy for these children. Now, I consider her a child myself. But because she had been broken through this illness and had her life put together again, she could hold her heart and hand out to other children who are currently being broken. Do I wish this never happened? Absolutely. Do I wish that there was a magic button to say, this is your career choice, don't do that? Life doesn't happen that way. But if you hold on, even in the midst of the brokenness of your life, God can find good. Now that doesn't make any sense to us. Even in evil, even in failure, even in a breakdown, even in throwing your career away, where you're never going to work at this place again because you have such a bad reputation, because you're not reliable, because you're having a breakdown. Even then, God can raise you up and use you in ways that will change the world, one person at a time. Friends, can you read the skies? Can you see the storm coming? Sometimes we can. Other times we need to come from our friends to let us know what's ahead and what we should and shouldn't be doing. But keep that focus outside of yourself. Keep it on God. Keep it on His Word. And if you feel like you're going under, hold out your hand because the Lord will be there. And this church will be there too. See, one of the things we're supposed to do is to look out for each other, to judge them, not to be critical of them. I say, well, if you'd only, if you hadn't been so dumb as to smoke 4 packs of cigarettes a day for 30 years, you wouldn't have had this heart attack. Well, that's probably true, but it's not particularly helpful. Hold out your hand to your neighbor in their brokenness. Don't judge and love. This is what God calls us to do. Read the signs. Know your goal. Focus on Jesus Christ. Friends, we're all in this together. None of us, maybe one person in a million, is going to have that golden road through life where everything's perfect. It's not me. I've needed my friends. I've needed my wife. I've needed people to hold me up over this last year when I felt the waters were closing in. Meet Jesus. Keep your eyes focused on Him. Run with perseverance the race that has been set for you. Don't think that faith means that you're going to have a good time. The letter to the Hebrews states, there have been people who were given the choice of death by martyrdom or the true choice of life in Jesus Christ, and they chose martyrdom. It's not a pretty good career move. It's better to live than to die, yet they chose life in Christ rather than the images